It's very interesting and to me very exciting. Why do hormones matter? Well, they're the foundation of life. Our hormones are our wireless communication system. And in the digital age, everybody understands that. Your cell phone goes down or a tower isn't working, what happens? We freak out. We can't do anything. I use 100% of electronic medical records. If Comcast goes out, I can't even look at somebody's records. I don't have paper charts. Everything is in my iMac. And so, that is the same magnitude of what our hormones are. We start declining as used to be as early as age 30 at 1 to 3% a year, but really now it's mid 20s. And so I see a lot of younger men and women. 20 years ago, my average patient was in the 50s. Another decade went by, 40s. I have more 30-year-old patients, 30 somethings and 40s than ever before. And it's fun to see the differences because you're in your peak, in your prime of life, in your 30s and 40s. And for people to come in, and I have a 20-item checklist. And on the right side is severe symptoms, moderate, mild, and on the left is never. I tell people, and they come in and they're all in the middle or on the right. I'm tired and I feel good. I don't care about sex. My libido's down, strength of erection, and lots of questions. And inflammation, mood, um, just vitality, feeling like you're just not yourself. And then a few weeks to a month later of making some small changes, and I get hugs all every day. It's like I feel great. I saw a woman this morning in her early 50s that's been on my program since November. And she said, I feel great. I feel strong when I go. I'm actually, and she felt her biceps. I'm building muscle, and she's like, I'm sleeping like a baby. And I slept 8.5 hours last night. Was her comment to me this morning. And I'm like, that's awesome. We took her free testosterone from 0 to 2, which her total was around 300. Now it was 9 or 10, but that's what it takes because so much of those hormones is bound to protein. And so only a very small amount is bioavailable. And so the importance again, it's our wireless network. Without it, glucose metabolism's off. Why do you think we don't see many type 2 diabetic 20-year-olds? Because as hormones decline, everything changes metabolically. And so it's rampant in our country. Obesity's rampant. Fat is inflammatory, extremely inflammatory. It's not your friend. We need to be lean, strong, fit, active, low levels of inflammation. And we measure all the markers of inflammation from both cardiac and systemic, and then restore those levels. And it is a game changer for most people. And I love it. I take great joy in helping my clients really regain life, especially when I see any aged couples. I might see the husband first and the wife comes in and like, I can't keep up with him. You bet. Let's fix this. Or vice versa. And then in, patients in their 60s and 70s to restore the, the glue of a relationship with physical intimacy when you don't feel like it, you're roommates and that's it. And so and which that's a shame. That's a crying shame because you married someone because of the electricity and what you felt and how you were together. And then as time goes by, and whether it's stress, you handle stress better when your hormones are balanced. And when you feel stronger, you're exercising, getting good results, you have hardly any inflammation, glucose metabolism is better, lipid metabolism is better, brain health, there's no brain fog, you're sharp, you feel good, you're doing other types of therapies that affect overall well-being and vitality like nothing else. There's no pill that your family doctor can give you to just turn the switch for you. The basis is hormone balancing. And then fun things like peptides, other things we do, hyperbaric oxygen, IV vitamin therapy, ozone treatment, blood purification, there's many, many things. But the foundation is hormone balancing. And I go to conferences constantly just to rehear it, hear another story. Oh, I didn't think about that. Finding things that I can be my best at helping patients to feel their best. And that's to me, that's what it's all about. And that's what gives me great joy in what I do. And, as long as I'm having fun, I'll be doing this for another decade. So the easy way to get a hold of us is just go to the website, fill out a form. It's aspen-regenerativemedicine.com. If you want to call or text 970-201-1332, and we will get in touch with you. And if you need to have some labs, we'll send orders to LabCorp, Quest, get that done, and then just have a visit and plan a trip to Aspen or Cabo.